let me zoom you in a bit here. Oh, yeah, I think we're going to leave it right there. I don't think we're going to go any further. There. All right, I'm at a really weird angle tonight. Not that you guys know that, but I'm at a really weird angle because of where I'm at on my canvas here and trying to be able to see the computer and get to my diamond painting and, all that. So, all right, let me bring up the video so I can see the chat. Chat. Are you guys chatting away? Chat away, chat away, chat away. Chat away, chat away, chat away. Hang on, I'm getting there. Hang on. We're getting there. Go to my channel. There's my video. There's an ad for quilts. I get a lot of quilt ads. Lots of quilt ads. Quilt companies, quilt whatever. Yeah. Okay. Skip that. Skippity doo dah. Okay, now let's go to live chat. And I think we're ready to roll. We're ready to rock and roll. Yeah. Okay. So, who's here? Let's see. John's here, and Patty, and Sherry, and Marion's here. Happy Easter Eve. Thank you, Marion. Happy Easter to you guys. I didn't even remember or really pay much attention until like one day last week that it was Easter Sunday this Sunday. We're not doing a thing. So, hello, Catherine and Michelle and Shannon. Hello. Kathy. Hello, Sue. Let's see. Who else? Leona. Hello, Leona. Hello, Dawn. Dawn's here. Hello. All right. Well, as you can tell, I'm partway through a section on this. I am on the side of my painting. Coming up the side, I have one more section. It's not even a whole paper. Not a whole paper. Almost a whole paper. Well, it's short about, I don't know, 5 or 6 rows of being a whole release paper. Hello, Julie. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. And I'm going to keep cruising along here. I don't know how the outcome is looking as far as finishing in April. We shall see. All right, I'm going to do green because the greens, so much green. And then there's more green here and over there, lots of green. The whole gazebo is like right over there. The whole gazebo I have to go. Yep. A Lego chicken. A Lego chicken. Okay. Didn't know there was such a thing. Never seen a Lego chicken. I mean, I suppose there's Lego everythings, but never seen a chicken. I don't know. Dale got me some really pretty Lego flowers for Christmas. We need to actually sit down and put those together. That's what I think. We should do that. Anyhow, we just checked the weather for the week. And tomorrow, it's going to be chilly and rainy. And Monday, it's going to be chilly and thunderstormy. Okay. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Those are our good days of the week, apparently. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 60s. One day said 70 even. Partly sunny. So those will be good days to get outside. Hopefully. But not for the next couple days, it looks like. Chilly and rainy. Okay. That's how it is. So, weather, weather. What can you do? Convention? Convention. What convention? Hello, Julie. How are you? Hello, Dawn. Convention. Who's going to a convention? No. I don't know. Anyhow, did I miss something? I might have missed something. Maybe I said something. Did it sound like I was talking about going to a convention? Oh, well, we wandered around. Hi. I know he's still just passed out over there. Mm-hmm. Dale peeking in, looking at the cat. Yep, he's passed out. When he wakes up, you'll know it. I'll kick him out and close the door. Because he'll get into all my business and he'll be all over me. What? His brother's outside. Smokey's outside? Oh, when did he go outside? Oh, well, okay. Yeah, this cat is just not even moving over here. He's in the other office chair and he is just like, nope, I'm asleep. I'm not moving. I'm just, which is weird for him because he is. Do you know if there's ADHD in cats? Oh, I know, right? It's going to take me a while. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Brenda. Chilly and rainy there. I know, chilly and rainy. Oh, a Lego convention. I don't know. Working on a Lego chicken convention? I don't know. I don't know. Anyhow, we went out earlier today. It wasn't warm. It was not warm. Don't get me wrong, but it was okay. I mean, you needed a jacket for sure. But we walked around. We walked out. Dale went out to the greenhouse. He decided to be out in the greenhouse. I don't know what he was doing in the greenhouse. He just likes to go out there sometimes and just sit in the greenhouse. So he went out into the greenhouse. And of course, the cats followed him. They like to follow you around. You wander around the property and they just kind of follow you. So they went with him out to the greenhouse. And apparently, one of them got the bright idea to climb the tree that kind of hangs over the greenhouse a little bit. The branches do a bit. But they climbed the tree right next to the greenhouse. And from the tree, got on top of the greenhouse. Yep. Only the two boys. Only the two boys did. Little Miss was like, nah, I'm not going up on the greenhouse. But the boys were, and they're walking all over the roof of the greenhouse. And that's kind of funny because, I went inside and there was a couple of flies inside the greenhouse. And the cats were on top of the greenhouse trying to get the flies. But, that wasn't going to work because the flies were inside. It was pretty funny. And they couldn't, I mean, they probably would have figured it out eventually, but they couldn't really figure out how to get back down. So Dale kind of did a fireman assist kind of thing. He went over to the tree and he climbed up on a little rock where he could reach up in the tree, and he was like, come on. And then they, kind of climbed back over to the tree, and he just grabbed them and snagged them and, plopped them on the ground. But they were funny. They were just walking all over that roof. They were funny. And then we wandered around out back and they just played and ran and followed us wherever we went. Just follow, 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 which is nice. I mean, they followed us and then they came back up to the house when we came back up to the house. So Yep. Adventuring. Just out there adventuring out in the back. The part that's kind of cleared out and grassy way back there, Dale worked on it so much last year, clearing it out. It's really a cool place. I'll have to take some video of it. I don't think I've taken much video of it out there, especially since he like cleaned it all up and cut down bushes, and it's actually grassy and everything back there. It's really kind of nice, kind of fun. The cats were enjoying it. They were just running all over the place, just having a good old time. Dale and I we were discussing, we were scheming, we were thinking, planning, all that kind of stuff. So we got some ideas. Got some work to do this summer. Got some work to do out there. I planted seeds in the greenhouse. I got to get out there and water them too. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I should do it tonight. I really should do it tonight. But I'm just fearing it's going to be dark when I'm done here. I should have gone out there and done that this afternoon, but I was gone for a good part of the afternoon. Well, not a good part, several hours anyhow. But my seeds need some water. I know that. Because when I was out there earlier, I looked at them and I was like, yep, they need some water. They definitely need some water. I left the water jug out there too. I didn't even think about it. When I came up to the house, I did not even think about the watering can being out there. I have to go out there, get the watering can, bring it up, get water, go back. I wish we had water out there, but I mean, we can with a hose, but the hoses aren't even out yet. They've been all put away for the winter and they're not out yet. So at this point, it's just get a watering can and carry it out there. But we'll see how that goes. And we'll see if the mice stay out of things, because he really did do some more fortifying. He did some fortifying, some more screwing, some more, you know, trying to seal it up a little bit better. We'll see how it works. We shall see how it works. I don't see any signs of mice being in there. Okay, one of those glue traps, remember the glue trap that the chicken got into? Remember that whole disaster? Some of you remember that. When the chicken got stuck in the glue trap. There's one of those out there. So when I first let the cats in, yes, Brenda, yes. When I first let the cats come into the greenhouse, I had to do a couple things. All right, first thing I had to do was I took the glue trap and I put it up high on one of the shelves. Not that that would keep the cats out of it, but it's a little more deterrent up there where I put it, you know? And they don't know what's up there, and there's nothing else up there, so I don't really think they're going to be climbing up on that shelf. But they're not ever going to be in there unsupervised either. I also had to move the block of mouse poison, because there's a block of mouse poison out there. So I moved that. I put that up there with the glue trap. Dale said I should have put it in the glue trap, and I was like, oh, well, we could do that. But neither one of those things have been bothered. There's been no signs of anything getting into either one of them. No mice in the glue trap. No nibbles off the little block of poison out there. So I don't know. It's looking good. Looking pest free. Definitely looking better than my tulip garden. The tulip garden, oh my goodness, it has taken a hit. That's all I got. It took a hit. bulbs just disappear, and if they didn't disappear and they started to grow, they got eaten, and it's a mess. That's kind of what we were talking about today, is what we can do with that, like, those portable garages you can get with the tarps and all that to park things in. Well, he got one of those. There's no tarp for it. It's just the frame. And it's been sitting out back since, I don't know, sometime last summer. Sometime last summer, he brought that thing home from a friend's house. And we've talked about what to do with it, how to use it. What are we going to use it for? So it's just sitting out there right now. Just the frame, nothing on it, just the frame sitting there. But we started talking about it today, what we could do. And I think we got a plan. I think we have a plan of how we can use it. And I think the poor tulips, I think we're going to move the tulips. And put them inside this like hoop house thing. Fortify the hoop house with, you can get plastic greenhouse stuff if you want to make it greenhousey, or we could just cover it. We're talking about covering the bottom of it with hardware cloth, which is basically wire, like a wire fencing, but with these tiny, tiny, tiny holes, little bitty holes, and we don't think mice could get through it. All right, so I know rabbits can't. I don't think mice could. The holes are pretty small, but cover the bottom of it, secure the bottom with that, and then maybe up the sides, do some other sort of a covering. Something really does like them, Shannon. Yeah. Last year, I don't remember them getting eaten like this. I don't understand. But this year it was just game on, game on. But we're also talking about building beds, like raised beds. Instead of trying to plant things like straight into the ground, because it is rocks, folks. It is rocks and rocks. Dale's just walking around underneath where we have it, and he's like, well, there's a rock, there's a rock, there's a rock. I'm like, yeah, okay, so rototilling it up, you're trying to tell me, is probably not going to be easy. He's like, no. So we're talking about putting raised beds in there and putting the tulips in there. And then that frees up all that space out in the garden, and we can grow like iris. Nothing is bothering the iris. The iris are like growing beautifully. They're just growing beautifully. So maybe we grow iris where the tulips were. We have one smaller bed of iris, and we've been collecting some iris. Like we went to an iris farm, bought some, varieties there that we liked. We could grow iris out there in the garden and put the tulips under lock and key. Tulips, come inside. You can be grown inside. So it'll be some work, but it'll be worth it. It will be worth it. Hello, Michelle, and hello, Linda. A Lego chicken with a paintbrush in its mouth. Why? Okay. Why does a chicken have a paintbrush in its mouth? I don't know. Why does a chicken have a paintbrush in its mouth? So, plans, conversations, how will this work? Can we make it work? What can we do? Etc. 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 Oh, Sonny's up. He's awake. He's on the move. He's going. I think he heard Dale downstairs, and he's like, "Oh, okay." I heard Dale downstairs. I think he did too. So we did wander around today and look at things and discuss things and, all that. Watch the cats climb around on the roof for a while. That was fun. And then I took off and I went to the bookstore. I've been wanting to get to the bookstore. I know I've talked about it before. Um, they moved, they're out in the mall. It's probably 20 to 25 minutes, somewhere in that realm for me to get there. And I never go over there. I never go that way. It's east, it's past East Lansing, it's in a little town called Okemos. And I never have any reason to go there. The mall is there. We have two malls. There's that one, and then there's one in Lansing, which is on the west side of Lansing. But the one on the west side of Lansing, it has just gotten to where there's like hardly anything in it. I can't even tell you the last time I was in that mall because there's just, nothing there that I want to go to. All the good things have closed, and it's just, I don't know, no reason for me to go. There's a Barnes and Noble in that mall, but Barnes and Noble is not my favorite. I really like Schuler's, which is out at the other mall. So anyhow, I went out to the other mall so I could go to Schuler's. They are a local Michigan-based independent bookstore. I think they have either 3 or 4 stores in Michigan. I know there's one in Grand Rapids, there's one in Okemos, there's one in the Detroit area somewhere. There might be 3, maybe 4. I don't know. But I've always loved this bookstore. I love this bookstore. Well, they moved across the hall in the mall. The Bed Bath and Beyond, is that it? Yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond went out of business. And so they moved over into the Bed Bath and Beyond's spot, and they got a lot more space there. And they really did. It's really large. They have a cafe, like Barnes and Nobles has their little cafe. They have a cafe, but it's like the size of a Wendy's almost, or something like that. It's quite large, the little sitting area in there. And they added a room in the back for like when authors come, they have author visits, author signings, book signings, and all that. There's a podium, there's chairs. It's not very big, but it's big enough, I suppose. Anyhow, I went there because I needed a couple books. And I have decided I want to try to support local businesses, um, instead of giving it all to Amazon. So I went out there, had a little list. I was looking for 2 things, truly. And they're both going to be for our book club. One is the next Lauren Asher book, because that's what we're going to read next. That one was easy to find. That one was right out on display when I found the romance section. I had to find the romance section first. And I didn't know where anything was, it's all new to me. It's all in different places. So I was like, okay, I found the romance section. There's the Lauren Asher book. Okay. And the other thing I wanted was Iron Flame, which is the next book, after Fourth Wing. I have Onyx Storm already, which is the 3rd book. Got that, the special edition of that. I just happened to be returning a book at Target one time, and they had that one, this special edition, and so I got that. Anyhow, so I found my Lauren Asher book and looked at a couple other romance books. Then I was on the hunt for Iron Flame, right? So I had to find the fantasy section. I found that. And they had They had Fourth Wing in paperback. They did not have Iron Flame or Onyx Storm in paperback. They only had them in hardcover. And I flipped that puppy over and I was like, $30. Um, hmm. So, I go to my phone and I look on Amazon and I'm like, I can get a paperback book for like $19. And I'm like, well, I guess, if I have to, I'll order it on Amazon and get paperback. So I put the hardcover down and continued to wander around, checked out their used book. They have a whole back corner of this place. It's all their used books, tons of used books. The children's section of the store is like the whole back of the store, like it's big. So I found a few things a little lacking. One was, I wish I could look at it right now, but my phone is in use, Marion. I'm recording with it. So the romance section was really, I would say it's 4 shelves, like 4 sides, 2 shelves on, each side. And they weren't real long. It wasn't a huge romance section. I was a little disappointed. Definitely smaller than what they had in the other store. Definitely smaller. So I was a little disappointed in that. They did have this like featured book, like stand in the middle, that had a bunch of books around on top, whatever. So it was a little disappointing, the romance section. All right. The other section I thought got much smaller was like their young adult YA section. And please tell me why The Boys of Tommen is a YA book. Why? Okay, so YA apparently doesn't mean young adult content. Apparently it only means the characters are young. Because Boys of Tommen is, it's deep. It's very deep. And it's also very spicy. And my thought is, in a YA, I thought YA meant, it was for young adults to read. But apparently, I'm wrong. Apparently, it's just about young adults. I don't know. I guess I've been misunderstanding the whole YA thing for a long time. I also believe that the ACOTAR series is YA, although they did have it over with fantasy, but I believe ACOTAR is classified as young adult. And why the people in the book are young? I don't know. Anybody have the answer to any of that? Well, let me know, because I'm very confused. Anyhow, I'm very confused. I'm thinking, if I have a young adult, well, they are adult, I suppose, but how old are the people going and picking up young adult YA books? I don't know. There's some things I'd be like, whoa, that's a little bit too much for a young adult. I don't know. But anyhow, as I was checking out the back of the store, I came across their used book counter, because you can go sell your used books there. You can get money for them, or you can get store credit. And I've done that a couple of times. I need to do it again. Right, Shannon? So why so much spicy stuff in the YA section, right? That's my question. I don't know. So I come across the used book counter, and they had like one of those library carts that was sitting in front of it, and a little sign on the cart that said these books are for sale. So it was basically, I believe, the guy's there on his computer and he's checking prices and he's making labels and, as they're getting things priced and ready to go out on the shelves, they put them on this little book cart until they're ready to go shelve them. Well, I look at his little cart, and what to my wondering eyes do I find but a hardcover copy of Iron Flame? Yep, the hardcover copy of Iron Flame for $16. Cheaper than I can get the paperback at Amazon. I snatched that thing up. Actually, they had all three. They had Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm, all in hardcover. Somebody must have read them all and came and sold them because they were done. They were all there. I only needed the one. I snatched that thing up, faster than, I could. The nice thing about it being a hardcover is, paperbacks, when they're used, the spine in the back gets a little cracked and, whatnot. Hardcover doesn't. And it is, I would say, almost perfect condition. Like you could almost not tell that anybody read it. Hello, Dawn. How is Dawn? Like you can't really tell anybody read the thing. The only thing you can tell is that the book has like those painted edges. The edges of the pages are just black. There's no like pictures on them, nothing fancy, pretty, or nothing. They're just black. And on the bottom of the book, some of the black looks like it was worn off a little bit. So there's some white spots on the painted edges. And I'm like, I will take this book for half the price any day. Any day, I will take it. Like I said, I snatched that puppy up and I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm out of here with it. That was a good find. Good find. Then, of course, I found myself wandering back over to the romance section again. I was really good, though. I got one more book. Just one more book. Besides the two that I set out to get in the first place. I did good. I did good. I really did good. I did a good job. There was others I was like, ooh, I should get that one because it's like the fourth one in a series. I should get this one. I'm like, no. Just wait. Wait until you finish the rest of the books in the series. You don't have to have them yet. Wait until you finish the other books in the series, and then you can go get the next one because, who knows when I'm going to get to the next one? Who knows? Who knows when I'm going to get to that series? I don't know. I always have this desire. Let's call it a desire. Interesting word to use as we're talking about romance books. But I always have this desire to pick up a book that I don't know the author. I don't know anything about them. Just something random, I didn't, though. I did pick up a couple and I looked at them, kind of read the back and whatnot. I didn't get them, though. I did not get them, but I kind of wanted to, but they didn't grab me enough for me to go, all right, I'll buy them. I didn't. Anyhow, there, I think I got the green done. The green is done. The tree is done in this section. We got our tree done. That's what I did this afternoon for a little while. Oh, I also, while I was there, tried to find some shoes. I love these little, like, slip-on tennis shoe type things. They look like they got laces, but they don't actually lace, I love them, but I am wearing mine out. The pairs that I have, the pair I have on right now are black and white checked. I have a little blue, almost like a little blue paisley pair. Oh my gosh, the off-white, like tannish, creamy ones. I've trashed those. Totally totally just trashed those. And I have another pair that has flowers on it, like a floral print. I was looking for some other shoes. I've been looking at Meijer. I tried the ones at Walmart last year, and they hurt my feet because they used like a nylon thread to sew them together with. And that nylon thread, ooh, ouch, it's scratchy and itchy on your foot. And I was like, nope. Took those back right away. I was like, no. But Meijer doesn't even have any. I've gotten them at Meijer before, and they don't have any. So I went down to, what is it, Shoe Carnival? Yeah, they had a Shoe Carnival. I went down there and looked at their shoes, and okay, the little shoes that they did have, I mean, they had a bunch of Skechers, and I am not a Skechers girl. I don't like Skechers. What are they called? Like Skechers slip-ons or something? I'm like, no. They had a few pairs, very, very plain, like tan or gray or just very plain. And they were like $40. I think the cheapest pair I found was $40 for these little shoes. And they went up from there. 50 all the way up to $70 for just some little slip-on little tennis shoes. I was like, I do not need a $70 pair of slip-on tennis shoes, you know? So unless I find someplace else, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to shop online and hope that they work, you know? Shoes, it's one of those things that I really, really hesitate to buy online because I'm just afraid they're not going to fit. And what a hassle. I hate getting things that don't work. You have to return and it's just a hassle. I really like to just try things on, you know, like clothes. If I try to buy clothes, I'd like to be able to try them on. Not that I can try them on anywhere because like nobody has fitting rooms anymore. Unless you go to the stores in the mall, I suppose you go to like Penny's. What else is there? I mean, I don't even know what else there is to shop for clothes. I'm not a teenager, so most of those stores at the mall don't quite work, you know? I like to try my things on because, you know, things don't, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to slide them a little bit, but not that far. Things just don't fit, you know? At least if you go buy something at Meijer or Walmart or someplace like that where you can't try it on, at least you can take it home, try it on, and then you just go back and return it if it doesn't fit. You know, I just bought a shirt that way. I bought a shirt at Meijer. I couldn't try it on, but I bought it. I was like, well, I think it'll work. And brought it home, tried it on. And I was like, yep, it's just fine. Okay. But no big deal if it's someplace that's close by and I can just go back and return it. I prefer that any day of the week. I don't think I would have bought any clothing out there at the mall because, like I said, it's a drive, and I wouldn't have felt like going back out there just to return something. I mean, I probably could have tried it on there. Most of the stores there probably have a dressing room, but anyhow, shopping, right? Shopping. Goodness. Not a lot of fun. I did get my wedding ring inspected and cleaned because that's where the store is. It's not the store that we bought the ring at because they had a store. Excuse me. They had a store in the Lansing Mall, and that's where we bought the ring. Was in the Lansing Mall, but they closed that store. And then they only had 2 stores near us, and one was in Battle Creek and one was out there in Okemos. So I had to start going out there whenever it was time to have my ring inspected and all that kind of stuff. So anyhow, it is nice and clean. Can you see it? It's clean and shiny. It's so shiny. It's all cleaned up. It's so pretty now. It always looks so much better when it gets a nice little bath, right? So I know clothing stores are so hard. And Walmart, no, our Walmart did. It did still have a fitting room, except over the last month or two, they have done the reset on our Walmart. They're not quite done with it yet. Not quite done, but they're working on the reset, making it look all, I don't know, fancy now and whatnot. So, yeah, they took out the dressing room. Of course, they did. Meyer took out the dressing room when they reset. That was during COVID. During COVID, you couldn't try anything on anyhow. The dressing room was closed. But then they reset their Meyer, and the first thing they did was take out the dressing room. They had two, a woman's and a man's dressing room. They were gone. I don't get it. I mean, oh, here's the boy. I might have to get up and let him out. I think he's going to want to go outside. No coming in here and jumping up on my lap or jumping up. He has not jumped up on my table since the time he knocked my drills down. He hasn't jumped back up here. He looks, and then he's like, I think he remembers. No, don't jump up there. That causes all kinds of chaos if I jump up there. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I think this is a tree trunk right here. We got to make a tree trunk. Let's make our tree trunk. It's all brown. Brown, brown, brown. Yeah, he wants out. Let me go let him out. I'm going to try not to kick this tripod. I'm stuck in the corner by the window. I'm really tucked in the corner. Let me let this boy out. You ready to go out? Meow. I know. Meow. Come on. You can go out. Go find your brother. Misty's like, nah, I'm not going. She really has become a inside, I love it inside kind of cat. She really likes it. She'll go out. She'll play for a while and stuff with the boys, but then she's like, nah, I'm good. Shoes, bras, jeans, exactly. Yep. I don't know. Pants. Well, what else is there, Patty? There's not much left after shoes and bras and pants. I mean, a top, right? You can get a top. I can too. I can pretty much buy tops, shirts. I can buy those pretty safely. Anything else? No. Mm-mm. I had another spurt of trying on stuff. It was jackets. I was in the closet. I was in the coat closet. And I was looking for a spring jacket to wear, a hoodie. I got a lot of, they're not hoodies, they're zip up. They do have a hood, but they're like zip up jersey hoodie, jackety things. So it's getting a little too warm sometimes to wear my bigger fleecy one. So I was looking for a little jacket. Well, prompted me to try on every jacket, every coat that was in that closet. Yep, every single one. Does anybody remember Fashion Bug? Raise your hand if you remember Fashion Bug. I loved Fashion Bug. Fashion Bug was my jam. As I have been trying on things and trying on clothes and whatnot, I am surprised how many articles of clothing I find that were from Fashion Bug. Two of my favorite purses that I still use are from Fashion Bug. And I don't even know how long it's been since Fashion Bug closed. It has been years and years and years since Fashion Bug went out of business. What am I hearing? I'm hearing a critter out the front window. It's a bird, I think, but it's making like a purring sound, chirpy purring. Weird. Okay, weird. I don't know. Hello, Jess. Hello, Bonnie. I know. Fashion Bug was my jam. I found at least 2 or 3 jackets in my closet that were from Fashion Bug, and none of them fit anymore. Uh, Again, I don't know what happened. Okay, when I was still working, let's go 2020. Okay, these clothes fit me. They fit me. All right, they fit. Then 2020, pandemic, yada yada, all that happened, and I gained about 50 pounds. I know it just came on, and it was the perfect storm, and I just gained back all this weight. Well, I have been losing that weight again. I have now lost most of it. I just realized the other day, if I lose about 10 more pounds, 10 more pounds, I'll be lower than I was when I retired. So, with only needing to lose 10 more pounds, why don't the clothes that used to fit me anymore? Why? Why is that? How does that work? That doesn't compute in my brain. Shouldn't they start to actually sort of fit now? That I'm almost back to where I was? No, no, because I'll tell you, there's one place I don't think I have lost anything. One place I don't think I've lost anything that I may have gained. I'll give you one guess where that is. And it has to do with shirts. It has to do with shirts and jackets. And I go try these things on, and I'm like, that doesn't fit. I can't zip this up. I can't. This won't close. But no, I don't get it. I don't know. I've always heard that when you lose weight from your boobs first. Because most people don't want to lose it there, and so you always lose it there first. Apparently, that's not always true. It's not true in my case, anyhow, because uh, most of the stuff that's not fitting, it's because of that. It is because of that. Oh boy. Anyhow, more jackets went by the wayside. Not a bunch. I actually found some that um, I had tried on in the past that were not going to fit very well, and they fit now. And some, I'm like, okay, this one doesn't actually have to zip. It's a jacket. I can just like throw it on. I'm just running outside. I don't have to zip it up. It's okay. The rest of it fits good. The rest of it's comfortable. So I can't zip it. Big deal. Big deal. You ever do that? I mean, you know. Yeah, Fashion Bug. Loved Fashion Bug. So I had a white jean jacket from Fashion Bug, which I really liked. I just wear it over things. White jean. That won't fit. It had to go. I also had a white pleather one. Pleather, right? White pleather. Why all the white? I don't know, but I had a white pleather one. That had to go. There was a few other things I had to just go, well. And Dale's in here in the office. He's on the computer. The coat closet is right outside the office door. So I'd be trying stuff on. I'd step in here and be like, yeah, look at this one. What do you think? You know. So I have a little pile of coats and jackets that I'm going to be sending to donation. I still have this closet in here. This closet in here in the office also has coats. Dale got me started with the coat thing because Dale is a coat snob. He's got jackets, he's got hoodies, he's got coats. He loves his coats. Okay. And when I got married to him, it was just like, hey, let's get this coat. How you like this coat? You need a coat. Let's get a jacket. Let's get a hoodie. Like every place we went, I got one of these hoodies. See, I got it on right now. This is one I bought last year. This one's big. Not last year. Yeah, maybe last year. Maybe a little bit longer ago than that. We went to the outlet mall in Grand Rapids. They have the Michigan store in there, and everything has Michigan on it. This has Michigan on it. But I have little hoodies like this from up north, the UP. That one fits again. I'm excited. That one's red and black plaid on it. It's not all red and black plaid, just like the trim and the inside the hood and stuff. I like that one. 8 bags. Nice. I've been doing mine slowly, Dawn, just a little bit at a time. Little bit at a time. What do I want to do? Do I want to do all the pretty purple flowers here or do all the orangey stuff? Let's do the orangey stuff. Why not? I was talking, hoodies. I have a hoodie I know that one's from up north. I can even tell you the store that we got it at. St. Ignace, up by the highway. It's a little party store with a gift store attached to it. That one fits again. I have one from Myrtle Beach. That one's orange. That one fits again. I don't know where the green one's from. I got a green one too. I don't remember where that one's from. But it's like we started going places and I started like collecting these hoodies, not hoodies, but zip ups, because I hate a hoodie. I absolutely hate a hoodie. I hate a sweatshirt because you got to pull them things on and off over your head, and I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. I was always like, no, it messes with my hair. And not that it messes up my fantastic hairstyle because, I don't do a whole lot with my hair anymore, but it's staticky. And I don't like pulling things on and off over my head. And I don't know about you guys, but, there's times when I'm cold and then there's times when I get warm and I'm constantly on and off with my jackets. And pulling a hoodie on and off over my head would drive me absolutely bonkers. So I don't like hoodies. So I don't get hoodies. But I have a bunch of these, zip up type hoodies. Yeah. I got rid of the last building I worked at. I got a hoodie there, zip up. I'm getting rid of it. I don't know who's ever going to want it. It's got the school name on it and all that stuff. I highly doubt anybody at Goodwill is going to want it, but I don't want it anymore. I don't want it. And it's like, that one's big. I got that one extra big and I don't want it at all. So I'm going to send it to Goodwill. Just, I don't know. Whatever happens to it, happens to it. It's out of my hands, out of sight, out of mind, gone. Sweatshirts make you hot, right? I love my zip up hoodies. That's, you can put one on, you can take it off when you get too warm. They got pockets. Keep your stuff in your pockets. Like I wore it today. This Michigan one. I wore, not Michigan, don't get me wrong, not the University of Michigan. You'd never catch me dead in one of those. But it says Michigan on it. Okay. The state. But yeah, I had pockets. I could put my keys in my pocket. And if my hands get cold, I can put my hands in the pockets. And I like them. Most of them fit. I didn't get rid of many of those. And I did keep one fashion bug jean jacket. Am I going to wear it? I don't know, but it fit and I kept it. Maybe there might be an occasion for me to wear it over something else. I don't know. Possible. It's possible. Um, Sue, I would beg to differ that. I have seen lots of things at Goodwill that have business names on them and stuff. Sports names and all kinds of stuff like that at Goodwill. At least at ours. At least at ours, I see it. Anyhow, I should go through the coats in this closet in here. I don't even know how many are in this closet. I know Dale's got quite a few. Most of the closet in here would be Dale's. I do have, oh my gosh, I have my wedding dress from my first marriage is in this closet. Why? I don't know. Because it was in the closet, the coat closet at the other house. And I left it there when we moved. I left a few things in that closet when we moved. And then one day, my daughter was like, can I bring you this stuff from the closet so we can have the rest of the coat closet? And I was like, sure. I believe there was my MSU graduation robe was in the closet. A bridesmaid's dress from somebody's wedding was in the closet. And my wedding dress was in the closet. So it's now in this coat closet here because this is supposed to be a bedroom. It would be a very small bedroom if it was used as a bedroom. And it's right off the front door in the living room. And I don't know. I never would have put anybody in here as a bedroom. And if it was a nursery or something, I mean, the master bedroom is way at the other end of the house. I don't know why this was ever a bedroom. I don't get it. But it's our office. Okay? It's our office. And then, the washing machine and the dryer is in the spare bedroom. I mean, I get having it upstairs. It's convenient to have it upstairs, but it's in the closet. The other room has two closets. One has the washing machine and the dryer in it. And then the other one has my spare clothes and yarn and shoes. Going through the shoes. Oh my goodness, that was a day and a half of the day. I went through my shoes. I'm like, I can't really wear high heels. Not that I ever wore high heels, but I can't wear them now. And I have nowhere to wear them too, even if I kept them. That was an interesting day. Let's go through shoes. Some of the shoes were really in good shape still. I had a pair of, I'm not going to remember the name brand, but they're like deck shoes. They're like a deck shoe. And they were like brand new. I tried to give them to like one of the girls, either Shannon or Dale's daughter, but no. Sizing wasn't going to work for anybody that I knew. So I ended up donating those, and they were really a nice pair of deck shoes. They were really nice. Good night, Linda. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I can't remember the name brand, but it's a very popular brand of deck shoes. But I don't remember it. They were like brand new. I wore them like never, ever. I don't even know why I bought them, honestly. That's another thing. After I married Dale, I started getting more shoes. Why? Why? I don't know. Dale was a changer in my life. I started getting all these coats and shoes. Coats and shoes. Oh. So I made dinner tonight, and I don't even know if I'm going to eat it. Dale already had some. He already had his dinner. He enjoyed it. I don't think I'm going to like it. I made white chicken chili. We bought some chicken, just shredded up chicken. When we were at Meijer last, we bought chicken. And now Smokey wants in the door. Gee, you guys. This is what it's like around here. It's a in and out kind of situation. Somebody comes in, somebody goes out. Dogs go out, a cat comes in. It's in and out all day long. All right, let's see. No, you don't need to go out. Let Smokey come in. Come on, Smoke. Oh, okay, dude. Okay. Well, that was rude of him. He's standing there staring in the door, just staring in the door at me like, hey. I open the door and he runs away. All right, fine. Fine. Run away. He didn't go far. He's just on the deck, but he was like, maybe he was just sitting there. Look, Sperry's. Are they Sperry's? Nope. I don't think that's the one. But yeah, those are popular. I don't think that's them. I don't know. I don't remember. They're gone now. What was I saying? I was saying something. I forgot. Oh, the white chicken chili. We had this chicken. It was all shredded and all that. And I have a chicken chili bean starter. It's Chili Mac. Have you ever used Chili Mac? Chili Mac is like beans that you can put in your chili. They're like spiced with chili stuff already and whatnot. They also have a white chicken chili variety. So I had some of those. I put those in there. Then I had a packet of seasoning for white chicken chili, like, McCormick or somebody like that. Dockers. Dockers? Are they Dockers? No. I don't know. So I put the seasoning packet in there, these beans, and 1 can of the Rotel tomatoes, that have the little bit of green chilies in them, which are not supposed to be hot, right? The Rotel tomatoes are not supposed to pack any heat. Well, I don't know which one of those ingredients it is, but something is packing a little heat. It definitely has a little bite to it. It has a little bite for sure. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to like that. I took a bite of his and I was like, yeah, that's got a little bit too much zing for my liking. But I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. And my stomach hasn't exactly felt the best today. And just the thought of eating something that it is at all spicy, at all just, no. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So, Bonnie, you say they're too spicy for you, even the mild. That's all they were, too, is mild. I don't know. Homemade tomato soup. How do you make homemade tomato soup? I have never known anybody to make homemade tomato soup. I mean, we make homemade chicken soup. How do you make homemade tomato soup? I don't know. Nothing I've ever done, for sure. And I probably never would, honestly. I'm not a huge, like, tomato soup person. My mother was. Oh my goodness. My mother was. She liked all that tomatoey stuff. Like, anybody drink V8 juice? Oh my goodness. That stuff, in my mind, is disgusting. That's gross. V8 juice? Yuck. My mother loved it. She would drink it all the time, and I'd be like, ugh, ugh. Or tomato juice. She would just drink tomato juice. Tomato juice, V8 juice, yuck. Just yuck. That's all I got. Yuck. Now what? Now you want out? Now it's a dog. You got V8. See? No, I can't do it. I no. Cannot do it. Mm-mm. Yuck. Too many vegetables. Mm-mm. Hey, go on. Go. Go. Go, go, go. Yep. That is just too many vegetables for me. All mixed up into one nasty concoction. Ugh. Do you put salt in your tomato juice? Just curious. I mean, I know some people put salt in it. You salt your tomato juice? Here's the problem with Dale being outside. All the animals are wanting things in, out, in. And I'm going live. At least I have my mic on. I can walk away. And I'm assuming you can still hear me when I walk away. I can keep talking. You might not see anything, but I can keep talking. So I don't think I'm having white chicken chili for dinner. Maybe I'll just go make peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It actually sounds pretty good. Peanut butter and jelly. We bought egg salad when we got groceries. Meyer makes an egg salad. Oh, I'm done with those. Whoops, don't need any more of those. What is this little bit of green right here? What is that for? There's like 4 drills there that are some, like, it's going to be like some mint green. I'll show you. I'll show you. Why are they there? Why are they there? I don't know what the purpose is for those 4 little drills. There they are. Why? Why? I don't know. I just don't know. It makes no sense. No salt. And you get low sodium. Oh, okay. Well, you have at it there, Sherry. You drink all of the V8 you want. You can have it. I'll save it for you. I'll leave it right there on the shelf for you. Okay? Yeah. You don't have to worry about me buying it from you. Nope. Homemade pizza. Yum. I made homemade pizza. I don't know. Was it last weekend? Maybe. And I had it for lunch one day. I actually had a slice for breakfast one day. And then I had it for lunch one day. And Dale never ate any more of it. I think he just plain forgot it was there. I need to throw it out now. It's still in the refrigerator. There's probably 2 or 3 pieces in there. So what do you make your crust with? Do you make a crust from scratch? Do you buy a mix? Do you buy a pre-made crust? Do tell, because I found a crust that I like. So we've tried like, the bobbly, is that what they're called? Bobbly, the pre-made ones. Tried those. Not a fan. Meyer has a pizza crust that's like in a roll, like a pie dough, like a pie dough. And we've had that. That's not bad. But the other day, I just bought, well, when we got groceries, before I made the pizza, we got the Pillsbury like pop-up, like crescent rolls in a roll like that. I got that pizza crust. And we both really liked that one. That pizza crust was actually really good. So what kind of pizza crust do you use? What do you use? You put bacon and in your soup. Yeah, I was going to put cheese in the white chicken chili too, like sprinkle some cheese on it, but now I don't think I'm eating that, so. Oh. All right, you're not going to believe this, but one dog went out and one dog came in. I'm getting my exercise today, right? How many times have I been up here during this live? Yep, one dog went out, one came in. Oh, Lord. Make it from scratch. Sourdough. Self-rising flour and beer. Well, come in a box? Is it like a box mix? I don't know. I liked the little pop open pizza crust. It was good. We liked it. So I might get that again. Might get it again. Because we won't make pizza again for a while, but we're probably not even going to go get any groceries this week. I think we got so much stuff last week. We don't need to go to the grocery store. I'm certain Dale is thinking the same thing. No, we're not going to the grocery store. Do you know how much money? We did spend a lot of money. And it didn't seem like we were getting that much. But you know how that goes. Didn't seem like we were getting that much stuff, but apparently we did. I don't even know if we'll go to the store. I know we'll go to the gym tomorrow. We went to the gym on Friday. First time we'd been to the gym in a while. I mean, like, I don't know if it had been a week. Could have been a week. But because he started physical therapy for his shoulder, and he goes on, well, one week he went on Friday when we normally would have gone to the gym. He was at therapy. And then the next week he had therapy on Wednesday, which is another day that we would normally go to the gym. So this week, I think he's now on Monday, Wednesday therapy. So we're going to have to, I don't know, rethink our schedule because we were going Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. But now that he's going to have therapy on Wednesday doesn't work. Tuesday doesn't work because, Taco Tuesday, Mindy's recording day. Tuesday doesn't work. That doesn't work. I don't know. Trying to figure out a good 3 days to go to the gym. I wish it would just get nice out. That's what I wish. I wish it would just get nicer outside and we'd just go for a walk. We can do that any evening. Just let's go for a walk in the evening. That would be nice. But we did once. It got nice enough for us to go for a walk one night. From scratch. How do you even do that? I don't even know how you do that. Self-rising flour. Use self-rising flour and beer, and you got to put yeast in it, right? All that. I don't know. Oh, you found A recipe on Pinterest. Okay. I love Pinterest. Pinterest is a dangerous place to go. When I was teaching, oh my gosh, I found so many teaching things on Pinterest. I think I have finally, I don't know if I've deleted all of them, but I think I have deleted most of my like teaching boards with teaching stuff. I had so many. Now, every time I'm on Pinterest, I'm just looking at crochet stuff. Always crochet stuff and crochet patterns. Always. And I find a bunch. Pinterest is one of those weird things that sometimes you find a pattern, sometimes you find a recipe, and sometimes you go to whatever link they give you, and that's not what you get. What you were looking for is not there. It can be frustrating, but you can find a lot of good stuff on Pinterest. And, links anyhow to where patterns are, which is cool. I'm about to finish a bag. I actually blocked it. I know I blocked a bag. It was a big rectangle. Brianna K Designs. And I blocked it. It's still drying out there in the kitchen. Got all the ends woven in, and now you fold this rectangle and it just performs magic and it makes this bag. So I only have to do 2 seams, sew up 2 seams, and I have a bag. Then I need to figure out what I'm going to do for a strap. You people with the pizza crust from scratch, you're impressive. Wow. I'm either going to have to buy a strap or I'm going to have to crochet one. And crocheting one sounds like a real pain. However, if I want to just sell the bag, I don't know how much more money I want to put into it, because then how much do I have to sell the bag for? If I buy a strap. Buying a strap seems so much easier though. Just clip it on there. Now you hear the dog. She's ready to come in now. My goodness. This should be it for a while. I don't know, unless a cat wants in. Oh. There's Smokey boy. Smokey, are you coming in? Smoke. He's like, no. I am sitting here in the yard now watching the ducks. I'm just sitting in the yard watching the ducks. I could go out there and get him and bring him in, but I'm in the middle of my life. Well, not the middle, but gonna go outside with me, you guys? And then Sonny just went out, so he's gonna be a while. He will be a while. Hello, Kristen. How are you? Oh, you do? You put your photos of stuff on Pinterest? I've never done that. I've never put anything on Pinterest. That's something I have never done. I don't put my own stuff on there. I just look for other people's stuff. I don't even know if I know how to do that. Flour, beer, cornstarch, oil, Parmesan. No yeast. Huh. Well, thanks for stopping in, Kristen. All right. Well, we're to the purple part. We're to the purple flowers. Purple flowers. What do we want to start with? Let's start with number 1. Number one. Ooh. This better be all the purple flowers there are, because this is all we got left of the purple. The number 1, purple. That's it. So hopefully that's the end. Hopefully it's the end. All right. Folks, it is less than 2 weeks before the retreat. Can you even believe it? Less than 2 weeks before the retreat. I got a package yesterday. 2 packages, I think, yesterday. No, 1 today? I don't know. I got a couple packages in the last couple days. One's a donation and one was swag items. They're both donations, but one was one item and one was swag. I got so much stuff. I said it last week, I'm going to need some help transporting things. It is not all going to fit in my car. Not at all. And I already gave Karen a bunch of stuff. Karen's got a bunch of stuff. So we're going to have to work on that. I think I'm going to have to meet up with Angie and be like, hey, Angie, you said you'd help. So here, let's put some stuff in your car, okay? Okay. That's what's going to have to happen because it won't fit in mine. And then with my stuff as well, there's no way. No way. I can't believe it. It's like in less than 2 weeks, right now, I would be at the retreat. Wow. It's almost here. Getting real. It is getting real. I still have 3 empty spots. And there is nothing I can do about that. Nothing at all. I've been talking about it since I had the 3 ladies drop, trying to get their spot filled, but I got no takers. And at this point, it is just not within my brain capacity to, worry about it at this point. I will contact the venue, let them know, hey, my list changed, my numbers have changed, and I'm hesitating to do that yet, because I was just thinking, I don't know, maybe last minute, somebody will, pop in and be like, okay, hey, I can go. But I don't know. It's not happening, so I'll just let her know. I'll just call her and be like, hey, if something happens and I have a couple people that join in the next, 10 days, they're very easy to work with, but I don't see it happening at this point. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be so much fun. It's always such a good time. We always have a blast. April is flying right by, isn't it? Me too, Dawn. I wish you could have. Yeah. I know. Just a little heads up. Next year, we're planning our trip to Frankenmuth. And Frankenmuth is a cool little location. Let me tell you what. We'll be right in the heart of town, and you can walk up and down the streets to all the little shops, restaurants, fun things they have in the little town. It's a neat place to go. Very neat place to go. We did a little retreat there last year, just a handful of us from Michigan, us Michigan people. We had a good time. Kristen went. We had a good time. There's lots of restaurants around you can just walk to and stuff like that. And it's a great town. But that's the plan for next year. So as soon as this retreat is over, I'm going to make sure I call this hotel and start getting things reserved for next year. That'll be the first thing I do when I get home. Well, not immediately, but I'll get to work on that part pretty quickly so that we get a spot reserved and have it locked down, Get it locked down. I like going early in the year because it is before like tourist season really kicks in the summer and stuff. It just makes things easier. If you go like after tourism season really starts, then things get more expensive, things get more booked, it gets a little bit harder. So I'll call and see what they have to offer anywhere like end of April to, you know, May, avoiding some dates in May that I don't think we want to be gone on Mother's Day. We don't want to be gone over Memorial Day. Memorial Day, I mean, that is when tourism season really kicks in and really gets going and things get crazy busy. We want to avoid that one. But we have some flexibility. We'll see what they have available early, well, mid-spring. Is it mid-spring? When did spring start? Has spring even started? When is spring? I don't know. Um, it hasn't really felt like spring yet, other than the rain. I mean, we always get a lot of rain in the spring. We've definitely had the rain, but it hasn't really felt very springy yet. Hasn't felt too springy. But I'll start working on that. It's amazing how far out from the retreat date you actually start working on things. Like, just calling and getting a reservation. You got to do that like quite a ways out. It'll be like a year ahead, but that's okay. And then we got to get people registered and all that. And we're talking about, I don't know, doing registration differently than we've done it. It's got to be a different way. Got to be a different way, a better way that's easier on everybody. I don't know. It's March 20th, so it's been almost a month of spring. A month of spring already? How long is spring? Summer's in June, right? So is spring just like March, April, June? Is that correct? It seems correct, but I could be totally wrong. Is that right? March, April, June? Anyhow, we're looking at doing our retreat in the spring. How's that? In the spring. Well, that makes complete sense. Yes. 3 months, and summer starts on June 20th. 4 seasons, 3 months per season. Jess, I beg to differ with you on that one, because winter is not 3 months. I swear. It is not 3 months. It seems like it's about 5 or 6 months winter. Okay, maybe on the calendar. It officially says it's, 3 months, but it certainly doesn't feel like 3 months, does it? I mean, not for us anyhow. Winter can seem like it's forever. Forever and ever and ever. And then spring really feels super short. Spring feels really short usually, It's like, okay, it's either winter or summer. Where's spring? And spring is my favorite. Spring is my favorite season. But I just want it to be like 50, 60 degrees. What's up with the 40s and all that garbage? That's not spring to me. That's still like late winter. Needs to be warmer for it to qualify as spring. Oh, well. It is what it is. It is what it is. You like my purple flowers? Aren't they pretty? Yep. This side over here has had quite a bit of purple flowers. And then we got the peachy, orangey stuff through here. That's trees. That's some peachy, orangey trees. But I'm partial to the purple flowers. Oh, I hate it when they do that. They snapped them and they all snapped the tray and they all flipped. I'm like, don't do that. I had you all nice and flat the way I wanted you, and then they all flipped over. Stop it. All right. Well, I suppose it's time for me to go have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Oh, I'm certain that chili would make my stomach just not feel good. So that's unfortunate. I guess I'm leaving it for Dale. He didn't have any trouble eating it. He was funny though. He just got out some crackers and he was just like using his cracker as a spoon. He was just like scooping the beans out on the cracker. I was like, okay, well, that's one way to eat it. Use the cracker as a spoon. Perfect. All right. Okay. I got all of those in there. I had enough. Okay, I had enough. I suppose we could have a few more purple flowers somewhere. Not very many, but we'd have a few more. I don't think there are anymore, though. I think that's it. I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong before. Oh, and these are fairy dust, except for those few right there. The rest of those purples are fairy dust. All right. You got summer year-round. Well, we do not. No, 7 months of winter. That's about right. There you go. Fall is short and spring is short. Yes. Spring and fall are always short, and summer feels like 6 months. Well, Texas, it would always feel like summer to me in Texas. If I lived in Texas, it would be summer all the time. Yep, all the time. Yeah, you guys have a good Easter. Like I said, it didn't even dawn on me or occur to me that Easter was this Sunday until, I don't know, about a week and a half ago. I was like, when is Easter? Because, I mean, when you're doing nothing for Easter, you don't really pay that much attention, I suppose, you know? I don't have little kids. We're not doing any Easter egg hunts. We're not doing any dinners. You know, it's just, we're not doing anything. So we're going to go to the gym. Woohoo! We're going to go to the gym. And then it's going to rain. So we're probably not going to do much all day. All right. Well, it's been nice hanging out with you guys. Thanks for being here and spending some time with me. Have fun with whatever you're doing tomorrow, if you're doing anything or not doing anything at all. So I will talk to everybody later. Bye, you guys.